my girlfriend and I were together for many years. The question was less, do we get married than do we have a kid? And I got fairly obsessed with that question because we were both getting on in years, and if we're going to do it, we should do it. But I didn't know I didn't want to have kids, and neither did she, but we didn't know that we did. And I started asking everybody I knew, why did they do it? Do they love it? What do they love about it? Can you describe the experience? Should I do it? And especially my poker buddies got the brunt of that. Those guys I've known for years and I'm closest to. And they're all, when I met them, they weren't daddies and now they are. And they were, as you might imagine from poker buddies, very fed up with this line of questioning quickly. They're like, couldn't care less whether they have a child or not, deal the cards. Who gives a shit? Play poker. And one day I said, the only thing I'm qualified in life to do is prepare for a role. That's all I know how to do. So if Katie ever walked in, said she was pregnant, what I would do is I would follow you morons around and to see how you parent, because that's all I know to do is to copy what I'm seeing. And my buddy at the table went, that's not a bad idea for a documentary. And we started shooting that. It was me just going around going, why do you want to have kids? Kids seem annoying to me. I don't get it. Isn't this boring right now? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? And in the middle of shooting that, my dog of 16 years, Annie, started to die. And she was blind and deaf and senile, and I'm like hand feeding her. And actually, it was like taking care of a child towards the end. And we're shooting all this, and I'm noting that ironically on camera. And the day the dog died, we found out we were, quite by surprise, pregnant. And the documentary then changed, the focus changed from hypothetical to real. And I really almost in a panic went around, and then all the people saying, please, I'm going to be a father. What the hell? How does one prepare for this? Which I would have been asking whether we shot it or not. And so we ended up talking to a lot of my friends, a lot of famous people, a lot of experts, people on the street, anyone. And over the first 3-4 years of my son's life, there's certain questions, like things that you don't, like, how do I deal with a tantrum? Like, tantrums are like this thing, like, what the fuck is this? How do you possibly handle this insane thing? And there are, like, people have a lot to say about this stuff. What's the appropriate amount of screen time for a little one now? How do you handle that in their lives? How do you talk to them about death and sex? It came up. My father died when my son was 3. She's like, Daddy, what's dying? Where's Grandpa? I mean, how do you answer that question? So whatever questions organically came up in the first few years of my son's life, we ended up doing these, 10-minute episodes for AOL, and that became the series Fatherhood. I got a lot out of it. And we'll probably build up questions for another 3-4 years and then do another cycle of them. From when my son's about 8.